Sorry guys, I'm trying to cue up the video. There we go. So all my friends in the place today, you say, I say, we say, hey, put your hands, are you ready? Okay, this is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day. This is the day. My friends in the place today. This is the day. These are my friends that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. These are my friends that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. These are my friends that the Lord has. And I'm going to say this first. This is the day. My friends in the place today. These are my friends. My friends in the place today. This is the day. My friends in the place today. These are my friends. This is the day. This is actually a video from YouTube. YouTube copyright issue on Facebook and Instagram. I can't play music, so I chose this version, and it is actually on YouTube. So, hello everyone. I have really missed you guys. I really missed you, even though it's just one day, not even a whole day. I normally stream at 6 a.m., but I'm here now. So, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Grab your cup of cocoa, coffee, tea, or whatever you're sipping. I want to make sure you guys see cup of cocoa. So, here we go. There we go. Cup of cocoa in chat. Welcome in, everyone. So grab your cup of cocoa, coffee, tea, or whatever you're sipping and get cozy. Here we share and start the morning with a positive vibe. So let's reset, recharge, and reconnect right here on Cup of Cocoa and Chat. And Chat. Should I be saying it that way? I can normally turn the camera around on favorite it. So today's Wellness Within Wednesday focus is to clear the chaos in our minds so that we can make room for the calm God already promised us. I am Princess, your host of Cup of Cocoa and Chat, where we sip, share, and start the day with intention, encouragement, and a little something warm for your soul. I stream live normally every Wednesday and Friday from 6 a.m. Eastern to about 7 or 8 a.m. Eastern. And I start on Favorite It at 6 a.m. and then I bring Facebook, IG, and YouTube in at 6:30. And we sip cocoa, bring you real talk, inspiration, community love, and positive vibes. You can also catch a similar conversation anytime on my Cup of Cocoa and Chat, the podcast, which I upload a new episode every Monday, available on Spotify and now YouTube. And if you're looking for that extra boost to get you through the week, I drop midweek inspiration on Tuesdays and Thursdays across all my platforms, so follow along and stay encouraged. Yesterday was Talk About It Tuesday. Tomorrow is, I believe tomorrow is Thoughtful Thursday. Of course, it's Thursday, but I think my theme is Thoughtful Thursday. Let's sip, chat, and grow together. This is the part of the segment where I normally have audience participation and I ask everybody how they're feeling. Whether they're coming in rested, reflective, or still waking up. And it is 3:48 p.m. at the time that I'm recording this video. So by the time you see this video, hopefully everybody is awake, up, off of work, and enjoying the rest of their evening. But either way, I'm glad you're here. This is your space to breathe, to be poured into, and to reset. So please take a deep breath, grab that cup, that glass, and let's ease into today's conversation together. This space is all about connection, so don't be shy. Let's lift each other up today. So, let's get right in. So I don't know if you're familiar with the song It Is Working by William Murphy. And if there weren't copyright issues, I would play it. But I'm going to do a reflection on the song anyway, because I did listen to it this morning. And as we talk about decluttering our minds and making space for peace today, I couldn't think of a better song than It's Working. That song is a powerful reminder that even when life feels heavy or cluttered with worry, God is already moving behind the scenes. When we let go of mental clutter, those anxious thoughts, regrets, and what ifs, we begin to make space for faith. And that's when we can truly see that it's working. Not just in the physical sense, but in our hearts and our minds too. Peace doesn't come from having everything figured out. It comes from trusting that it's already being worked out. So today, as we focus on wellness within, let the song It's Working be your daily soundtrack. When you get a chance, listen to the song, take a breath, release the stress, and say with confidence, this is my season and everything is working together for my good. Okay? So let's get right into our conversation. Our talking points today are mental clutter awareness, practical peace practices, and mental clarity as self care. And our overall goal is to release mental clutter, overthinking, emotional baggage, and daily overwhelm so we can create intentional space for peace, clarity, and presence in our day. Okay? So let's talk about mental clutter we carry. Unfinished thoughts, old conversations, worries, regrets, and quiet distractions that steal our peace. I have a saying, and I say it a lot. And if you listen to my videos or came to any of my lives or listened to a podcast, I'm sure I've said it. Do not allow anyone or anything to rent space in your head or your mind if they are not paying with peace. I'm going to repeat that. Do not allow anyone or anything to rent space in your head if they are not paying with peace. So we all have experienced at some time in our life unfinished thoughts. Those never ending mental to do lists, or replaying what you didn't say, or what you should have said, or what you should have done, or what you didn't do. Okay? Those are the unfinished thoughts that we often have in our mind. Another one, old conversations. Replaying arguments or trying to reword things you've already said. Old conversations. Worries about the future. Excuse me, y'all, my sinuses are acting up. Worries about the future. Will I have enough? What if things don't work out? Will I have enough? What if things don't work out? Your regrets from the past. I should have known better. Or why did I let that happen? These are all the open tabs in your mind. Even if you're not actively thinking about them, they're draining your peace. Think about the clutter in your mind. How can you make space for peace? Think about the clutter in your own mind. How can you make space for peace? Here are some practical peace practices. Journaling to release thoughts. Journaling to release thoughts. And I may have said this in another episode. Journaling is a great tool. It helps you process and release clutter thoughts and get them out of your head and onto paper. It helps you process and release cluttered thoughts to get them out of your head and onto paper. Another tool, prayer. A direct line to peace. Surrender your stress to God instead of carrying it alone. Those gratitude lists that you make. Gratitude lists that you make. The ones that you make to shift your focus is a simple mindset shift. Focusing on what is good, and it realigns it to your heart and reduces anxious thoughts. A simple mindset shift, focusing on what's good, realigns, if I didn't say I'm sorry, realigns your heart and reduces anxious thoughts. So that's 3 tools so far: journaling, prayer, and making a gratitude list. Moments of silence to recenter. Moments of silence to recenter. Whether it's a minute of deep breathing, or a walk without noise, or silence creates mental stillness. moments of silence to recenter. So it helps recenter you. Okay. So far we got journaling to release our thoughts, prayer to surrender burdens, a gratitude list to shift your focus, and moments of silence to recenter. All right. Here are two that you may not have thought about, but a digital declutter, a digital declutter, digital declutter. Unfollow, mute, or silence things online that disrupt your peace or make you compare. Unfollow all that toxic behavior, all those toxic things you see that can clutter your mind. Unfollow those creators, friends, whatever. Unfollow it. Mute it if you have to. If you don't want to unfollow, mute it. Silence things online that disrupt your peace or make you compare to what they're doing to what you're doing. So, digital declutter. And lastly, sleep and hydration. So, why do I say sleep and sorry, guys. Sleep and hydration. Why do I say the two? Because it's physical clutter in your body. Because lack of rest or water affects your mental clarity. So that's 6 practical tools that you can practice using to declutter your mind. Journaling to release your thoughts, prayer to surrender your burdens, gratitude lists to shift your focus, moments of silence to recenter, digital declutter, and sleep and hydration. What is one peaceful practice you can start? Out of those 6 tools, which one will you practice to declutter your mind to add space for peace? So think of mental clarity as self-care. Think of mental clarity as self-care. Mental clarity is a form of self-care and strength. Peace isn't passive, it's something we protect. Protect your peace at all costs. Peace isn't passive, it's something we protect. Self care isn't just candles and spa days, it's protecting your inner space. Mental clarity helps you hear God's voice better, make wise decisions, and be more present with others. So when you have mental clarity, it's a form of self care. It's okay to pause. It's okay to not respond right away. It's okay to not do everything because silence is a boundary and a blessing. So when you think of your mental clarity, think of it as a form of self care and strength. So I invite every viewer to take a deep breath with me and declare something you are releasing to clear your mind, to make space for peace. Because remember, we have to protect our peace at all costs. Do not let anyone or anything rent space in your head if they're not paying with peace. So if they're not coming for peace, or coming with peace, I should say, you don't need it. Okay? Our affirmation for today: my mind is a peaceful place. My mind is a peaceful place. I release the weight of what I cannot control. I release the weight of what I cannot control. My mind is a peaceful place. I release the weight of what I cannot control. So this was a short video. I want to wrap up our Wellness Within Wednesday. But before I go, I want to leave you with this thought. Peace doesn't come from having less to do. It comes from having less weight on your mind. Today, let's clear the clutter, calm the noise, and make room for what truly matters, which is joy, purpose, and God's perfect peace. Joy, purpose, and God's perfect peace. If you did, and why am I not able to talk today? And I'm not editing this out, y'all. I'm not feeling that. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to like, share, and invite others to join us here on Cup of Cocoa and Chat. I will be back Friday with Feel Good Friday at 6 a.m. on Favorite It, and at 6 a.m. Eastern on Favorite It, and 6:30 a.m. Eastern on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Until then, take care, be bold, and as always, peace, blessings. I love you, and I mean it. Bye for now.